welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Ailey and you're probably wondering why I have a half a face of makeup on or why I just look really weird right now. So today what I wanted to do was I really want to try the KKW X Mario technique. Now, there's obviously a massive line of theirs out just now. They've got their concealers and they've got their concealer kits, should I say, and they've got like their eyeshadow palettes and stuff like that. Right now, I'm totally skint and can't afford to buy it. So, what I decided to do was, I've decided to try out the whole technique of the concealer kit, but with the products that I already have. Just to see, I mean, is it all in the products? Is it a total waste of time? Is it all in the technique? Is it, you know, does it actually work, but with other products, instead of having to go out and spend $80 buying a kit? If you want to see how it turns out, then just keep watching. So I'm going to use a couple of different concealers. I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked Skin because I absolutely love this concealer. This is my all-time favourite concealer. Nothing has beaten this yet. I just absolutely adore it. So I'm going to use this. I'm probably going to use it on this side. I don't know yet. Use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define concealer on the other side just to get a kind of difference, because I do like this concealer. As you can see, I've used quite a lot of it, and I just I wanted to do a little bit of a comparison because some products might work and some might not for this technique. So we're going to use these, and then for the baking / setting step, I'm going to use the Mercier translucent loose powder because this is quite a good one for baking. I know a lot of people use it. And then on the other side, I'm going to use the by Terry Hyaluronic Hydra powder. This powder is the best hands down setting like loose powder for dry skin. It's just amazing. Apart from the Charlotte Tilbury, but the Charlotte Tilbury one's pressed anyway. So, and I did hear people say that when they were using the KKW one that it was very sort of like an HD powder. It was very finely milled. So I think that this one might sort of resemble it most. I don't know which one I'll use with which concealer yet, but we'll get to that as we come to it. And then for the brightening powder, I have the MAC Pro Emphasise. And this is just exactly the same sort of thing as her brightening powder. It's just a really nice sort of pearlescent powder. So I have the 3 products. Well, I have more than 3 products, but I have the 3 main ingredients. So I suppose that we'll just get on with it. Yeah, I look crazy because I'm halfway through doing an eyeshadow tutorial and I wanted to obviously finish up my lower lash line, and I can't do that until I've done my concealer, especially with all the steps that we're going to be doing, so I look a little bit crazy. But let's just get on with it and see what happens. So I'm going to take my Urban Decay Naked Skin and I'm just going to apply that as normal. And I'll take my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define and do that on the other side. These are actually quite a good match for each other colour-wise, so that's a good start. Okay, so both of these concealers blend out super easy. They blend out so nicely. So I'm gonna take my translucent powder now. And I heard somebody say in their video that not to use a wet beauty blender because with the KKW one, it does actually sort of clump up. Okay, so this side's the by Terry Hyaluronic Hydra powder, and I'm using the same beauty blender, but I'm just going to flip it so that it's a different side. Okay, so as you can see, the Laura Mercier powder is a lot more yellow toned. The by Terry is a very white powder. It is a very HD powder. It is kind of infused with hyaluronic acid. It's to promote hydration in the skin and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that that one will draw moisture into my under eyes and not then dry us out and make us a cakey mess. But I'm gonna leave, I think that they were saying around about 3 minutes, so I'm just gonna leave that on for a little bit and then we'll come back and do the next step. Okay, so the bake's been on for a couple of minutes now and I'm just gonna swipe it away. Okay, so the first thing I'm noticing with the By Terry is it's sort of got like a line of demarcation. The Laura Mercier looks totally fine. It doesn't look too cakey either. I mean, you can see where the bake was, but there is a really weird sort of line of demarcation with the By Terry, so this may not be the powder to bake with. Almost like it's lightened this whole area just too much. You can see exactly where the powder was. Yeah, the By Terry powder might not be the best for baking. That's the first thing I'm noticing, but the other side looks totally fine. So I'm just going to set the rest of my face just now. So really, when I've watched the videos, basically what they do is they'll then go on and do the rest of their makeup and then do the brightening step, because when you're doing blush and highlight and stuff like that, it can sort of like get in there and totally mess it up. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to carry on, I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup, and then as a last step I'm going to come back and I'm going to do the brightening powder. So I will be right back. Okay, so most of the rest of my makeup is done. I've finished off my eyes and stuff like that. I still need to highlight and do my lips and stuff, but I thought I would just ping back on and finish up the concealer situation. Like I said, have Max Pro Emphasise, and I'm just going to take my Kat Von D Shade and Light brush and use this. I'm using this on both sides, just because I only really have this one brightening powder. I am going in with a really light hand. So there we have it. That is the KKW X Mario technique with just different products. I'm gonna try and come in a little bit closer just to let you see the sort of end result and see what you think yourself. To be honest, I actually think that this side is better, which is kind of funny because it is the cheaper side, but I don't know, I think that the By Terry powder totally ruined it. It really did just sort of, I don't know, it just made this side look really funny. This side I think looks absolutely stunning, and to be honest with you, it doesn't look very cakey. It really doesn't. I mean, I can tell there's makeup there, and I'm really funny with cakey makeup. But that side I just think looks stunning. At this side, obviously, I think I've lost a little bit of the coverage and stuff like that. I really do think it was the By Terry powder though, so I would say for baking, Laura Mercier is the way to go, definitely. The Makeup Revolution concealer, which costs what, £4, has done a really, really good job. And the brightening powder, I used to think that it would maybe be a little bit too intense to put under your eyes, but I actually think it's brightened it up really nicely. So I suppose to answer the question that I was asking at the beginning of this video is, can you do the KKW Mario technique with products you have at home? I would say yes. I mean, I don't have the KKW concealer kit. Obviously, it would have been nice to be able to compare them in person, but with how this under eye is looking just now, I really, really like it. I actually might use this technique again if I'm going out or going to an event or a wedding or something like that. But I do think that it is possible to recreate this. I really don't think that you need the kit. I mean, from reviews I've seen, the kit does look very good, but I really don't think that you need it. I think that you can recreate it. Obviously, I mean, if you were to buy the products that I used, you might end up spending quite a lot of money anyway. So the kit could be an idea for you, but if you have all these products already or similar style products, I would say give them a try and see, because you may not have to go out and buy something new. Really, the technique, I think, actually does work, especially I would say not using a wet beauty blender when you're baking, because I have really dry skin. as you'll know if you've watched my channel before. But I do have really dry skin, and it's always looked cakey when I've baked in the past, and I think that, I don't know if it's this powder or if it's just that my skin's feeling particularly good today. It could be this concealer, I really don't know. I'm going to have to play around with it a little bit more, but I really like the end result today, and really by all accounts it shouldn't have worked on me because of my dry skin, because of my dry under eyes. Really, it should be a total cakey mess just now, but this side over here is just phenomenal. I think I can call it a KKW dupe. Or I don't know, maybe I'm not safe enough to say that, but I would say for myself, having seen videos of other people reviewing it and stuff like that, I would say it's a pretty close dupe, because yeah, as you can probably tell, I'm pretty much blown away. This is maybe the best concealer combination I've ever tried in my life. So yeah, if you've got these products, I would say go out and try it. If not, I would say if you've got anything similar, give it a go. But I think I'm probably just going to end up repeating myself now, but I'm so impressed with this. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, as always, I would love if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I do post videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, so hopefully I will see you in the next one. And don't forget to check out my beginner series, it is still going on right now. Bye guys.